everybody, and welcome. We're here with David Katims, but you know him as the lovable character from Friday the 13th. No. Chuck. So we're gonna talk a little bit about one of my favorite movies here. And what was it like meeting the fans this weekend?
Oh man, these fans are really special. They're very invested. They know everything about these films and our film particularly, and they know everything. So yeah, we were able to do a question and answer session like the last night, and it was so fun because there were a lot of all types of fun.
So one thing I want to ask you. Do you have a favorite scene, or do you want to hear mine?
I'll hear yours, but I'll tell you my favorite scene first, which is the popcorn scene where it's popping into the camera, and that was real popcorn. It was just fun little light piece that I like in a very serious movie.
And even that was filmed special because it was a 3D movie.
Yeah, no, that was definitely one of the star of this film is not me, not anyone else. The star is 3D. That's what they really concentrated their efforts on. So, yeah, that was one of the easier 3D effects. One of the more difficult was when Shelley was talking. That took some time to just get the young mold right in focus in the 3D camera.
Was that on a film? Did they do anything special? One camera, two cameras?
No, here's what it looked like. 3D hadn't been done, I think, 20 years before the film. They had a new technology where the camera was more square shaped, flip in the middle, with a lens going out like that, and another one going in like that. And so they just had to make sure when you're doing 3D that the focus of whatever your object are coming to the middle of the lens.
Thank you so much for the detailed explanation, because I'm nerding out right now. I love all the behind the scenes and the filmmaking techniques. But real quick, my favorite scene is actually towards the beginning where you guys are starting the road trip to the barn, right?
Yes. You mean on the van?
Yeah.
You're too close. Hey, hurry up.
Yeah, this film, unlike most films, was shot in chronological order.
That was another question of mine. Wow, it was shot in chronological.
There was a few shots in the beginning that were maybe shot out of sequence, but then every scene in sequence to how it appears in the film. You guys did it?
Oh my God! But that classic scene where you guys think they're gonna get pulled over and they just drive right past you.
You want to know what that was? We were eating barley. So in that shot, you'll see me spitting out, the character spitting out the barley. David also spitting that out. Yeah,
Some deep question I have is, what did you audition? What was the scene that you auditioned? Like, well, remember?
I don't remember the first day, but I do remember this. They had decided on me pretty quickly, but they had me come back, I think 6 different times to read with 6 different actresses because they were going for a male-female cheat song. And they had me, the last woman I read with was a Hispanic actress who was funny, great actress, and I thought they were going to go with her. And then I get to the set and they cast Rachel Howard, who I never read. And I go, why did you have me read with all 5 of these other ones? And you don't even read with who you cast, but that's what they did. Also, besides being an actor, I have a comic, and I've done comedy with Tommy Chong.
Really?
Yeah, and I told him, I said, Tommy, before I was an actor, I was a comic, and I ripped off before I was a comic, I was an actor, and I ripped off his character. And he was all right, dude.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much for, shedding light on some of your past work.
That's right.
Anything else you want to talk about from that era?
Not really much, except that it was the first big film we got. Yeah, so it was just as high as on the moon with getting past the minutes.
Yeah.
We got asked in the question and answer yesterday, who was the first person you told when you got cast? Mine was so traditional. My mom. I called my mom.
You got a great story about when you were done, they left.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So after the film was made, I went to a screening, and my whole family came screening. But they're not horror fans. And so as soon as I died, my mom said, I filmed it, we're leaving. And but they still love me.
And can you imagine the long-lasting legacy of this movie? All these years later.
I think you talk to anybody in this room, you're just as surprised as anything that 45 years later, we're talking about this film. But I am so grateful. I'm happy as hell to do it.
And especially, what about this mask that became an icon?
Well, you know, it's funny. The first time I met Richard Brooker, who played RJ, he was wearing this, and he's British. He's walking around with a pipe in this mask, and going, all right, who am I going to kill now?
And you remember the last scene, second film?
Was my death scene?
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah, no, the death scene was going to do. They spent all day on just me, and they did have a study coordinator, but I was younger then, and I said I think I could do this stuff, and they said, "Oh, look, better do it," because they had a springboard where Jason throws me into the fuse box. I am the one who actually jumps off a springboard, so it makes it look like he's throwing me in the air. And, it was really so far. And I didn't die, really. You could see it.
Oh my God. I brought something else. Do you remember these?
I do remember. This was the first rendition of our 3D. Dave audience members, blue and red. But they improved upon it, and then it became kind of like green on those guys, and it still works. And it's the way to see the film. The star of the film is 3D, so you gotta watch the 3D because those are the fun.
Yeah.
And funny.
But even me, first times I watched it wasn't in 3D, but at this Monster-Mania Con, they showed it in 3D, so that was very exciting to get the experience. And what about, do you remember the Nintendo game?
I didn't play the Nintendo game, so I don't know.
It's notoriously difficult.
Well, I do know that they ripped me off.
Really?
They made my character named Mitch. Didn't pay me to be in it.
Yeah.
Larry, who played Shelly, he got paid to be in the game.
Oh, well, I didn't know that he was in the game. But he did say some good things about it, but it was difficult.
Oh yeah, he said good things about it because he got paid. I got ripped off.
What about when it came out on home video? Did people make you watch it with them?
Not too much. No, I have seen it several times last year. But no, not too much actually. No.
And here's you've been a part of some other film projects?
Sure. I was in a film called The Invisible Kid. It was a teen comedy. I played the bad guy. And the thing I'm proud about that film it's not a great film, but the thing I'm proud of it is the part I read for was for a New York gangster. I didn't see myself being cast that way. So I went in and asked if I could do it as a Southern bad guy. And the writer, who wrote it, they don't like their material changed, but he said, show it to me. So I did it as a Southern bad guy, and he goes, I don't know where in the South you're from, because he was from the South. He goes, but I liked it, and they cast me and went in that direction. And this one there.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. What about, did you keep any props from Friday the 13th or any of the other films?
I did. The only main thing I kept was the shirt.
Oh yeah?
But at a con in Wisconsin 10 years ago, someone offered me so much money. I had to sell it to them.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any props.
Oh my God. Amazing. Really, anything else you want to shed light on while we have you here?
The only other thing you'll see on this poster behind me is I guest starred in the show Grimm, if you ever saw it. It got Aesop's Fables and Grimm and Fairy Tales, whatever, crazy people. And that was another effort in which I got killed. Seems that's my specialty. I would play the cab driver, picks up this guy who sucks out all my blood, and I become frozen. So that was kind of fun to do. And what was also fun about that was it was shot on the streets of Portland, so I got to be among the public while we were filming. I never done that before.
Were you a theater actor at all?
Oh, yes. I've done at least 10, 11, 12 plays.
In New York?
No, yeah, in L.A. I started off in Taming of the Shrew in Venice Beach.
Oh, so you're from California? Because that's where that's where Friday the 13th Part 3 was filmed.
Yeah, absolutely. So I spent 20 years in LA, and now I'm in Seattle 20 years.
Nice, nice. And I know some parts of some of the first Friday the 13th were filmed in New Jersey.
I know, well, yeah. Yeah, but no, it was all in LA when I was there.
Yeah. David, I want to say from the fans, thank you for being an ambassador of the Friday the 13th franchise and embracing the fans and embracing your role and just welcoming us, you know?
You guys, as always, are too kind. I'm happy to be an ambassador, and it's just been a joy of mine. I just didn't expect it. So I hope you continue to be fans. We love.
Yeah. And I'm glad, you know, your crew from the movie, you guys are still together all these years later.
We are. We're really friendly. I'm friendly with Larry, who plays Shelley. I'm friendly with Debbie, who played. No, not Debbie. Tracy, who played Debbie. I actually knew her before the film. Her mom was an agent. Was my agent. Was Paul's agent, who played Rick, and even I forget it, Nick Savage, who played the black biker. He was my agent's client as well. So we really did well for this film.
Oh my God. But really, thank you so much because this interview is gonna mean a lot to a lot of people. Like, thank you for you know sharing some of your experiences behind the scene and telling us more about the filmmaking process and your history, you know, not just in film but also theater and comedy.
And oh yeah, I do stand up as well. Well, this is just one quick joke. I had sex recently. I practiced safe sex because I didn't want to become a stand-up chlamydia. There you go.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you.